Came in to see it now. I was going to come out here real excited. This is what I would like to speak about. Not sure if I should go higher or lower. First of all, it's this. This makes it square, right? But the minute I turn it on the angle, look what happens to each of the A's. Look what happens to each side. Turns to a two-sided A. Here's the split A where the V comes in between. So I'm asking myself, is the A that should cross over here, because this is the 4-8 crossing? No. When it's square, it crosses 4-8, 4, 5, and 6. When it's not square, okay, the crossing over here will be 3, 5, 7, which is movement of time, or 1, 5, 9, which is the spirit of birth in the E world. Okay, and I'm trying to, it might take a day and it might take 6 months before I figure it out. So I was putting this, I sit this between two cupboard doors, and I have U handles, and I sit it in, I turn it to the side to take it out, and that's when I noticed this. Some stuff I want to talk about is they have special butter called G butter. GHEE. Everything is under 9. So the G butter is very special because it totals 1/4 the mark of Earth in the gateway. Very, very special. Indian butter. Hazelnut brings you into Saturn, creation, sky of your DNA. Hemp brings you to number 420. Lard brings you to electric company, and that's the pig, and then brings you to 41 plus 60, 101. And lard, for me, always comes out of the pig. So we used this one already. Un equals 35, re equals 23. Creation of electric company. This word over here, the word over here, fattening. Fattening. Fat, 10-9. Fa, the one spirit, creation of P or pharma, inside Fa. 10 equals 39, 9 equals 42, 81 Venus, AR, angel resident. The ER is electronic resident angel, the E world. Do you ever see the cross and then the small f? Well, the small f, all it's doing is it's spitting water out on the head, up the backbone, out through the arms, and into the skull, bringing whatever it has to bring, the element, the electricity. The word is, cycle of the moon. The word it is your birth, 57. It is the moon, 57 cycle. This becomes 8, this becomes 4. It is inside Pluto. At this 21 is the cube, is its transmission. But this number 43, DC, look at the way it is the cube. 555. When you create the star system, you go from 7 to 3, that's 10, and 5 in the center. 5 is the mover. If it's turning, 5 is moving in order to get to 7 and to 3. If you have it this way, you have 4, 5, and 6, you don't even have to say anything. It's on the planes, right? 2, 5, and 8, 9, 5, and 1, 5. So if you go 20, you're actually going 7 and 3, and 1 and 9. If you're going 15, you're going 4, 5, and 6 because it's on the plane. It's the equator. It's on the plane. This is on the moon cycle, and this is on your plane. This is like something that doesn't move. The equator is the center all the time. So 4, 5, and 6 would become your equator, and 8, 5, and 2 would become your North Pole, unless you want to run it. If I look at the angle in the Earth and you want to angle it towards the moon, the way the moon works, we're going to take this way as the moon cycle and this way as the equator cycle, because we're using half the Earth. Why not? Why measure half anywhere else than otherwise here, right? Are we all around? All around? Diameters. Which one do you want to use? Diameters. So what we're going to get now is 753, 951, 456, 825 are all 15s. There's 4 15s equaling to 60. But there's actually 10, 20, 30, 40, plus 5, 45. This is used in 4 areas, plus the area it resides. 4 areas, 20, plus the area resides, T and E. E and T, T and E. I've got just a few more things inside of this. If I can go through the pages a few more times, just give me a second. Canine altered currents. There was something inside the heat of the butter that I that I did not see and I didn't share with you right now. It's in macadamia. It's in macadamia, okay? That where MAC is DC current. And when it says AKA, it's almost like the switching point, like the differential. IA, 1, 2. Even the C has an A inside of it. The D is the only letter that does not have the A inside of it. The vowels equal 20, which will now equal 26. There's only M and M in this word. The switching point, macadamia. I don't know what's there. It seems like all around the world there are switching points. Just like maybe docking a boat or bringing it through canals. You would say that if Earth was actually a valve that was turning all around, and unless you move and open certain things can't open from the sky. Remember, there was one thing I wanted to show you that I didn't show you in the last video. One of the pictures I wanted to show you was right here. Do you know what it is? I'm going to rotate it to the right. It's a what do you want to call it? I'm going to get a different picture of it. Can you see it here? It's a maple leaf. It's a maple leaf. That's all it is. It's a maple leaf. And when you take a look at it, the way I set it up, it's a maple leaf. It now looks like two eyes to a wolf. When you pull it back a little bit and pull it back a little bit, it starts to change on you. Now I'm going to show you a different part of this maple leaf. And if I show it to you this way and told you, I'm going to try and pull it into the center of the paper. I'm going to see if I can douse the light a little bit. All right. See if I can cut it into the center of the paper. Well, that doesn't help me. So anyways, I'm going to leave it the way it is. But actually what it is there's a head here and a head over here, and they're holding their arm or their feet. 1 foot here, 1 foot here. He's got a foot here and a foot here. He's got a foot here, he's got a foot here. Their other 2 feet are stuck over here. There's one here and there's one here. Their other 2 feet are stuck here. You have 4 legs here and 4 legs touching. Then, see the fingers? Okay. Fingers are holding on. His hand is holding on. His hand is holding on. You see the way all the hands are holding on. There's only one holding on here, one holding on here, and the feet. His feet meet his feet. His feet, his meet feet. That picture is supposed to be like this. Hold on a second. There. Yeah. Like that. His foot meets his foot. And he holds on over here. His foot meets his foot, and he holds on over here. His foot, he holds on over here. His foot hits here. His foot hits here. He holds on over here. These 10 fingers will be 5 of his and 5 of his. These 10 fingers will be 5 of his and 5 of his. His 2 feet, these 2 people will only meet at the sole with their feet. These 2 people and these 2 people will only meet at the sky. They'll meet at the bottom of the sky. This is what I get from putting 2. I put 2 together, 2 leaves, 2 maple leaves. I put them together, and it turns into this system over here. One other thing I wanted to mention, and I'm always going to say that, to mention in all dimensions. Let me fix this a little bit. Yeah, always had a little problem with my lighting. You light up my life, right? I think we're going to leave it at that. We have one other thing I wanted to mention. Is moon is 57, star is 39, says sky. But inside a star, it's only 38 in the church because the A is below 9. And inside planet, it's 68, but it's not 68. Remove 6, it becomes 62 to queen because A and E are involved in these two. Star becomes stars, go 58 to 77, add 19. Moon becomes moons and goes to 76. Plural is 80 because the S is the plural. So it explains to me that in the plural, 7 times 4, 7 plus 4 equals to the spirit of 76, creation of R, URL. So all these combinations and numbers, 16 times 16, which is one memory, one part memory, 256. When you have 3 more times, because 16 is a reverse of 19, it's on the numerologics that come together on roulette, 16 above 19, then it's 22. You get the 304, becomes 364. 364, 13 moons shows up. But when you go 19 times 19, it's 361. 16 times 16 is the light, and it is the largest number on the cube. I'm going to have to do this again. 16 times 16 is the greatest distance on the cube, right? Equals to 256. 256, right? Now, 19 times 16 is the greatest distance in face value, because although there are 6 sides, there are 9 faces, 9 on a face. So if there's 9 on a face and 6 sides, the 9 on a face from 1 and 9, the star system configuration, okay, has 9 numbers, 9 face numbers, okay, 1 to 9. So I multiply it from 1 to 9. 19 times 16, okay, but I want to show you 19 times 19 first, equals to 361, which is 1 degree more than 360, means you move 1. Every year you move 1. Every year you move 1 until a certain number of years before you advance. 19 times 16 equals to 304. The area space of A48 equals to this number over here. 8 times 4 is 32, the doorway, plus 12, the father, equals 44, creating space in your mind. This will create 16 and 8, the flight of the phoenix, equals the 24-hour day, equals to 84 birth, because this 8 becomes 68 and 16. Why 68 and 16? Because it's 0, 8, all zeros equal 6. This becomes the half-life, 4 and 8, Mars and Neptune, the half-life of Pluto creation. So when we go this total over here, okay, in order to get this, we're going to now take 19, which is the most, which is the 10 faced, okay, times 304. And we're going to go, let me see if this works. 19 times, is the light worsening it, bettering it, or is it just me who can't see? Okay, that's good for me. Has everybody seen the same thing though? 19 times 304 equals to 5776. Equals 5776. This is the year we're in, Hebrew time, which is equivalent to 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 14. Okay, then it's 3, what is it? 3 times 4 times 3 times 4 equals to 144. 144 times 14 equals to 2016. Equals to 2016 and 168. 2016 years, 168 hours in a week, equals to 2184. Creation of Father and the half-life of the angel resident in the 9 lives of the cat. And this is your documentary for the morning. It's Saturday today. It's Shabbos. Hallelujah. I've been here 14 minutes. I guess my tea is cold again. But that's okay. If there's something you'd like to ask me, if there's something we can share amongst the people, I'd like to tell you right now that I'm quite sure I'm going to share like 99% of everything that somebody says to me, okay, when the possibilities render. And one of the reasons for not sharing is I try not to share any nastiness. It just doesn't serve the purpose Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.